Shalom, shalom, Israel's brother Yamarian coming back at you with another cold cut. I would like to give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Right? I'd like to give double honors to the men out there on the highways and byways, pushing this truth and honesty and sincerity. Right? The Akwath reverencing their households, being submissive unto their husbands and keeping their households in order. Right? And the little children, right? Abiding their parents' households, keeping the commandments to the best of their ability. Shalom to them brothers and sisters as well. Right? We're gonna get into catching hell for this truth. You have to catch hell for this truth. King David, hey man, King David caught hell. Job caught hell. We got to catch hell, man. You know, let's go to Psalms chapter 88 and verse 1. I mean, Sirach chapter 2 and verse 1. All right, Shalaki. All right, Shalaki. All right, so Psalms chapter 88 and verse 1. I mean, Sirach chapter 2 and verse 1. And it says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So when you come into this truth, man, you already signed a contract. You should know what you signed up for. You should know that when you come into this truth, demons are gonna come out of nowhere. The things that you thought you was dealing with, it ain't until you hit, it ain't the level until you get into this truth, man. Prepare thy soul, prepare your mind for temptation, meaning lock in, right? Brothers or sisters that used to play sports or play sports, that means lock in, man, because you about to go through it, man. Right? You about to go through that fire. And what the Lord says, set thy heart aright. So set your mind aright, man. It's time to focus. And constantly endure. For you to constantly endure, you have to be in a mind state of constantly enduring. You can't be in a mind state of this world. You can't be in a mind state of folly because you're never going to endure. You're going to fall out. Those demons are relentless. They don't stop. They don't stop. Remember, those evil angels, those demons, Satan, they're perfect. They're perfect entities, perfect beings by God that do their world perfectly to the best of their ability. We're flesh, we're carnal. But hey, we got to match that energy. You got to lock in and constantly endure. And it says, endure and make not haste in the time of trouble, meaning don't panic. Don't panic in the time of trouble, right? When people start making haste, right, they start moving a little bit faster, right? They start cutting corners, all right? Next, you know, you out this thing, all right? Let's go to Psalms chapter 88. This is Psalms chapter 88, verse 1. Oh, Yahweh, the power of my salvation. I have cried day and night before thee. King David said he cried day and night before the Lord. King David was out there crying before the Lord, praying to the Lord, man. Right? It's okay to cry before the Most High sometimes, you know. The Most High hears the cries of the poor. He hears the cries of his saints. Luke 18 and verse 7, man. Right? He said, hey, man, let me get that real quick. Luke chapter 18 and 7. And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear along with them? So just because the Most High is going to avenge his own elect, man. We cry day and night before the Lord. Hey, some brothers cry real tears, man, when they pray. Right? Some brothers cry real tears because they in this captivity, they're in this oppression. We cry day and night unto the Lord. And even though he's bearing along with us, hey, man, the Lord's going to avenge his elect. Right? So we go back to Sirach. Psalms. Right? Psalms chapter 88 and verse 2. Let my prayer come before thee, incline thy ear unto my cry. For my soul is full of troubles, and my life draweth near unto the grave. And that's sometimes how we feel in this truth when you catching hell. You feel like your soul is near to the grave, that you about to fall out this truth, man. You feel like it's too hard, right? You know, you feel like you want to stop, right? You just don't want to do it no more, right? But you got to keep doing, because guess what? Them demons are going to keep attacking you whether you in this truth or not, man, because you know the truth, right? And it's going to plague your mind, right? Let me go to the book of Job. Chapter 33, because Job said he felt the same thing, right? That his life, hey, this is Job chapter 33, and I'll start at verse, let me start at verse 22. His soul draweth near unto the grave, and his life to the destroy. Let me start at verse 21. His flesh is consumed away that it cannot be seen, and his bones that were not stick out, right? So this man is spiritually famished. This man, he don't got the spirit on him no more. He back in the world, right? He's on the verge of going right back into the world, man, right? And it says, his soul draweth near unto the grave, and his life to the destroyers, right? If there be a messenger with him, an interpreter, one among 1,000 to show this man his uprightness, right? Then he is gracious unto him and saith, deliver him from going down to the pit. That's Yahweh Shah. That's that one man. That's an interpreter. Hey, he calls that man. He said, you know what? Deliver that man from going down to the pit. Right? I got something for him. Right? I got a ransom for him, man. Right? Save that man's soul. Right? And it says, deliver him from going down to the pit. I have found a ransom. Right? We know that ransom in Matthew chapter 20 and verse 28, 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 6. That ransom is the Lord Yahweh Shah. Right? So let's go back to Psalms 88 and verse 4. I am counted with them that go down to the pit. So King David said the same thing as Job, man, through the spirit, man. Right? So we all feel, hey, sometimes we all feel the same thing, man. You can't be a super brute. No, I'm always in the spirit. Right? I call my demons. Right? I don't go through anything. I don't sin. I'm better than you. Right? Hold on, man. In this truth, we all go through something, man. Right? We cry before the Lord. Right? You have days where you just be feeling down. You have days where you feel like you got zeal and you in the spirit. But some days don't be like that. Right, what King David, and this is King David, the man that had the mind, the heart of the most, perfect heart with the Most High, man, mind after the Lord. What did he say? He said, "For my soul is full of troubles, and my life draweth nigh unto the grave. I am counted with them that go down to the pit. I am as a man that have no strength." And sometimes you feel like you don't just got no strength. Them demons just be beating you up, man. Satan just be whooping you, man. You know, you feel like you fasted, right? But then you be sometimes just going back, man, right? But guess what? What did King David say? Verse 5, free among the dead like the slain that lie in the grave, whom thou rememberest no more, and they are cut off from thy hand. Thou hast laid me to the lowest pit and dipped in darkness in the deeps. Thy wrath lay hard upon me, and thou hast afflicted me with all thy waves. Selah. And sometimes the Lord just be afflicting you with waves, right? You know, you at the beach, right? You kind of sitting in that water, in that wave. Every time you get up, that wave just kind of knock you back down, right? You kind of get back up again, and that wave just knock you back down. Right? Hey, most times, sometimes, hey, his afflictions is like waves, man. You know, but you got to stay firm. You know, for you not to get knocked down, you got to kind of put your feet and you got to be rooted in the sand. You got to be rooted in the Lord, man. So those waves that afflict you, that hit you, let me go to 1 Corinthians chapter 15. All right? You got to be unmovable. All right? Those waves are going to afflict you, man. And sometimes it's going to be hard. But at the end of the day, man, you got to be unmovable. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast. Me steadfast, you always got to keep going in this thing, right? Unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Your labor is not in vain. Every time you get an affliction and you overcome it, that's not in vain. You have to be unmovable in this thing, right? This is Psalms 88, and I'll start at verse 7 again. Thy wrath layeth upon me hard, and thou hast afflicted me with thy waves, Selah. Thou hast put mine acquaintance far from me. Thou hast made me an abomination unto them. I am shut up, and I cannot come forth. Hey, man, sometimes the Most High, you feel like you going through something, right? Now your friend's gone, right? They not answering the phone, right? Your family, your close family members, they not rocking with you no more. You in your lowest state, king. You in your lowest state, princess, right? But guess what? They not dealing with you no more. You feel like you alone. Hey, King David went through the same thing, man. His own son tried to kill him, man, right? And it says, I am shut up and I cannot come forth. Mine eye mourneth by reason of affliction, right? Meaning he's crying, man. Yahweh, I have called daily unto thee, and I have stretched out my hands upon thee. Wilt thou show to the dead, wilt thou show wonders to the dead? Shall the dead arise and praise thee? Selah. And that's twofold, right? The physical dead is not going to rise and praise the Lord. The spiritual dead is not going to rise and pray the Lord either, man. Right? The spiritual dead is not going to, they're not going to see the Most High's wonders. They're not going to see those things, man. Right? They're not going to acknowledge the Most High and his works. Right? And it says, but unto thee I have cried, O Yahweh. Right? And in the morning shall my prayer prevent thee. Right? You got to want to pray to the Lord every morning. Right? Let me go to Psalms chapter 6 and 6. It's Psalm 6 and 6. I am weary with my groaning. All the night make I my bed to swim. I water my couch with my tears. So King David was out there bawling before the Lord, man. He said, I watered my couch with tears. That's not saying always be an emotional brother where you just start crying, right? But sometimes we be going through it, man. And sometimes it's okay to let it out before the Lord, man. And it says, mine eye is consumed because of grief. It waxeth old because of my enemies, man. All right? So you can cry before the Lord. It's okay, man. Our forefathers did it, man. All right? And it says, Psalms 88 and verse 14, the Lord, Yahweh, why casteth thou off my soul? Why hidest thou thy face from me? I am afflicted and ready to die. From my youth up, while I suffer thy terrors, I am distracted. Sometimes we feel like the Lord not even dealing with us, right? You feel like the Lord not hearing your prayer sometimes, man. You know, you just be afflicted. You be like, you know, this is exactly how King David felt, man. He said, why hidest thou thy face from me? You feel like the Most High hiding his face from you. You catching so much hell and affliction, right? You damn near think the Lord not even dealing with you no more, man. But he is, man. He's testing you. He's trying your reins of your heart, man, to prove thee, to know thee, right? To see if you will keep his commandments or no, right? Right, and it says, verse 16, thy fierce wrath goeth over me. Thy terrors have cut me off. They came round about me daily like water. They compass me about together, man. Right? Hey, these other nations, right? The Most High's angels, right? Hey, they compass us sometimes like water, man. Right? Especially these different nations, man. Right? They compass us about. They vex our spirits. They vex our souls. Right? Let me go to Psalms 144:7. Psalms 144:7. Send thy hand from above, rid me and deliver me out of great waters, from the hand of strange children. So the great waters are the hands of strange children. So when King David say, hey, he's compassed with waters, man, these other nations compass us all the time, man. Right? You gotta go work for Esau. Or if you play a sport, sometimes most times your coach either an Edomite or another nation, man. You know? You go outside, all you see is the other nations, right? You want to go get something to eat, right? You want to go get something to drink, whatever you want to do. Hey, man, it's like these nations can pass around you all day long, man, right? Verse 8, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood, because they love lies, man. Right, let's go back to Psalms chapter 88, right? Psalms chapter 88 and verse 18. Lover and friend hast thou put far from me, and my acquaintance into the darkness, man. Right? And Job felt the same thing, man. Let's go to the book of Job. Right? Your family's not theirs for you when you feel like you should need them, when you feel like they should be there. Right? The Most High can do that, man. But the Most High does that to test you. Are you going to fall? Right? It's Job 19:2. How long wilt thou vex my soul and break me in pieces with thy words, man? These 10 times have you reproached me. You are not ashamed that you make yourself strange unto me. Right? And it says, and 10 is completion, man. So he says, hey, you guys, y'all completely make yourself strange unto me, right? Y'all completely reproach me, man. That's what Job is saying, man. Y'all vex me with words, man, right? Verse 4, and it be indeed that I have erred, and my error remaineth with myself. If indeed you will magnify yourselves against me and plead against my reproach, know now that the Most High have overthrown me and have compassed me with his net. And sometimes you feel like the Most High overthrew you from your estate. You feel like you was growing, you was waxing mightier, and the Most High just kind of just overthrew you, man. Now you in the lowest pit, man. Right? This is how Job was feeling. Right? And it says, verse 8, verse 7, behold, I cry out of wrong, but I am not heard. I cry aloud, but there is no judgment, right? Sometimes, like I said, you feel like the Most High not hearing you. King David felt the same thing. And these are both righteous and perfect men before the Lord, perfect in spirit before the Lord. Verse 8, he hath fenced me up my way that I cannot pass, and he hath set darkness in my paths. He hath stripped me of my glory and taken a crown off my head, man. Right? Shalakia. Right? It says he hath stripped me of my glory, and he hath taken the crown off my head. He have stripped me, he have destroyed me on every side, and I am gone, and my hope have he removed like a tree, man. Hey, man, the Most High can take away your hope. If the Most High take away your hope, man, that's a very scary thing, man. Because we are saved by hope, right? Romans chapter 8, right, 25. We saved by hope, and Yahweh Shah is our hope, right? The Most High is going to send his son in whom we hope for, man. And we hope that happens, man. But, so, hey, let me go to Sirach 14:1. It's Sirach 14:1. Blessed is the man that have not slipped with his mouth and have not pricked and is not pricked with the multitude of sins. Blessed is he whose conscience have not condemned him and whose hope and who is not fallen from his hope in the Lord. So you blessed when your hope is not fallen from the Lord. Right? You blessed when your conscience doesn't condemn you. Because sometimes your own conscience can condemn you, man. Right? You might have went off. You might have thought, now you keep thinking about it. Right? Your conscience beating you up. You're not an Israelite. You're not really in this thing. Right? You a fake. You a fraud. Right? You a hypocrite. You preach one thing, but you do another. Hey, that's your conscience condemning you. Right? That can make you fall from your hope in the Lord. If you start listening to that. No, you right. I'm not even an Israelite no more. I got to throw these fringes away. Right? I can't do this. This is too hard. Right? And you blessed when your hope hasn't fallen from the Lord. You blessed when you still proclaim yourself as an Israelite, and you get back up. You walk. You do this. Right? You say, you know what? The Most High is just trying me. I got to go harder for the Lord now. Right? What did Job 13:15 say? Though he slay me, yet will I still maintain my trust in him. Sometimes the Most High is slaying you, whooping you, beating you up, spiritually kicking you in your face, man. But hey, you still better maintain your trust in him, because guess what, man? That's for your benefit, right? That's for you to grow, right? You have to understand, we supposed to be dead every day we open our eyes, man. We do sins every single day. We're not even supposed to be here. We should even be lucky that we got this truth, man. We should be lucky. We should be glad and honored that we get to serve the Most High. Whatever demons he throws at you, whatever Satan tries to get you with, right? And no matter how you feel, hey, man, you're not even supposed to be on this earth in the first place. So you might as well go hard as you can, man. Right? Dust off yourself. Get back up, man. Right? Because you're going to catch hell in this thing. Prepare thy soul for temptation. Right? It's Job 19 and verse 12. Verse 11. He hath also kindled his wrath against me, and he counteth me unto him as one of his enemies. And it feels like the Most High counts you as one of his enemies, the way he be afflicting us, man. The way he be throwing out them damn tests at you, man. Those damn demons. I feel like the Most High's not even on your side, but he is, man. Right? You got to glory in tribulation, man. You got to love going through tribulation. James told you that, right? And it says he has troops, verse 12, his troops come together and raise up their way against me. His troops are his angels, man. Right? And it says, and encamp around about my tabernacle. He hath put my brethren far from me, and mine acquaintance are verily strange from me. So Job knows how King David felt, right? Job knows how we feel, right? Sometimes your family not there for you, right? The Most High put them far from you. When you really most need them, they not there, man, right? And it says, my kinsfolk have failed, and my familiar friends have forgotten me. They that dwell in my house and my maids count me for a stranger. Even his maids was counting him for a stranger. This is what Job was going through. Imagine the person that you paying to clean your crib treat you like a stranger in your crib, right? Right? And it says, verse 16, I called my servant and he gave me no answer. Yo, hey, man, Job said, I called my servant and he didn't even answer me, man. Damn. And I treated him with my mouth. My breath is strange to my wife, though I entreated for my children's sake of my own body. Hey, man, Job's wife wasn't even dealing with, go read Job, the 2nd chapter. She said, curse God and die, man. Right? She said, curse. Hey, so when Job was going through it, you think she stayed? Man. Right? You think she was helping him? Right? You think she was motivating and pushing? Hey, man, guess what? Even Job's wife was, his words were strange to her. Even though he was, like Jake, right? Jake dealing with his baby mama, right? He entreated for the children, right? But guess what? Even when Job was entreating for his own children, she was not even listening to him, man. Right? And it says, yea, my young children despise me. I arose and they spake against me. Yet all my inward friends abhorred me, and they whom I loved are turned against me. My bone cleaveth to my skin, and my flesh, I am escaped with the skin of my teeth, man. He said, I'm escaped with the sin of my teeth, right? He said, I escaped with the sin of my, with the skin of my teeth. Man, he barely got up out of it. He barely got through that, man. He barely made it out of that tribulation, right? He almost fell, right? His life was near to the destroyers, but hey, man, guess what? He got back up, right? Have pity on me. Have pity upon me, O you, my friends, from the hand of the Most High have touched me. Why do you persecute me as the Most High? And are you not satisfied with my words? Oh, that my words were not written, or that they were printed in the book. Oh, and his words are printed in the book. Little did Job know they that were graven with their iron pen and lead in the rock forever. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, right? We know that Yahushua liveth. His hope in the Lord didn't end, man, right? And it says, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. And that's regeneration, right? Because Job knows that, man. And though after my skin worms destroyed his body, yet in my flesh shall I see God. And that's regeneration, because he said the worms are going to destroy this body, but I'm still going to see the second coming of the Lord in my flesh, right? Whom I shall see for myself, and my eyes shall behold, and not another, though my reins be consumed within me. But you should say, why persecute we him, seeing the root of the matter is found in me? Be you afraid of the sword? So you got to be, hey, man, right? For wrath bringeth the punishments of the sword, and that you may know that there is a judgment, man. Right? But the point is, man, Job, hey, you got to glory in tribulation, right? You got to go as hard as you can, man. Right? Let me go to the book of Romans chapter 5. All right, let's go to the book of Romans. 5 and 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that the tribulation worketh patience. So tribulation works patience, man. You got to have patience through tribulation, right? You have to glory in that tribulation, man. You got to be happy that you're going through what you're going through, man, because it's going to build you up, right? What don't kill you is going to make you stronger, man, right? And patience, experience hope. And when you have patience, you gain experience. When you gain experience, right, you get hope, man. Right? And ultimately, you want that hope, man, because we're saved by hope. All right? We're saved by hope. Let me go to the book of Sirach. Shalakia, 2 Corinthians 4. All right, it's 2 Corinthians chapter 4. And I'm going to start at verse 3. Shalaki, I'm going to start at verse 7, 8. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, not in despair. Right? Despair means loss of hope. So we perplexed, but we ain't never lost hope. Persecuted, but not forsaken. The Most High will persecute you every single day, man. You wake up to sundown, but you're not forsaken, right? Cast down, but not destroyed. The Lord casted us down as a nation, but are we destroyed? No, because we already know the Lord doesn't change. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed. Malachi 3 and 6, right? Verse 10, always bearing about in the body the dying of the Lord Yahushua, that life also of Yahushua might be manifest in our body, man. For we which live are always delivered unto death for Yahushua's sake. And we're delivered unto death every time for the Lord's sake, man. That life of also Yahushua might be made manifest in our mortal flesh. So then death worketh in us, but life in you. We have the same spirit of faith, according as is written, I have believed, and therefore have I spoken. We also believe, and therefore speak. Verse 14, knowing that he which raised up the Lord Yahushua shall raise up also by Yahushua and shall present us with you, right? Because the Lord died and got risen up. You die in the Lord, man. Guess what? That life that the Lord Yahushua has is going to be made manifest in your flesh, right? Verse 15, right here's the point. For all things are your sakes, that the abundant grace might, through the thanksgiving of many, redound to the glory of the Most High. For which cause we faint not. So we don't faint because of the glory and the grace the Most High has given unto us, man. Right? So this cause we faint not. But through our outward man perish. So this outward man is going to perish. What? Yet the inward man, the spirit, is renewed day by day. So you have to renew your spirit day by day. Yeah, this flesh gets older, right? Gets corroded. Right? You got aches and pains, but the spirit should be renewed every single day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment. So the Lord said this is light affliction only for a moment, right? Through his servant Paul, right? Worketh for us a more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, man. So the light affliction that you may be going through, right? Your people's not talking to you, right? You may be by yourself. You may think the Lord forsook you, right? You kind of losing that hope. That's all light affliction compared to what you about to get, man. And it says, which we look not at the things which are seen. So we don't look at the things that are seen, but the things that which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal, man. So you have to set your affection, as it says in Colossians 3 and 2, things not on this earth, but on above, man. You know, that's what we got to do. And that's what we striving for. But I'd like to give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Lord willing, you are edified. And I'd like to give a mighty, mighty strong shalom.